Our global economy today relies on the ability to transfer products from all over the world. These products stimulate our society and others in a positive way, such as relations. Let me give you an idea of a normal day in the life of a product. Let's say you went out to a local electronics store to buy a new Apple computer, and you live in America. The initial process starts when the supplier ships the product, in this case China, where it's cheapest to build. The product is then airlifted or shipped by cargo ship abroad until it's received and shipped out again by way of a trucking freight or train. Then finally, it is picked up by a local cargo truck for delivery. Every step to this process is as important as the other to receiving the product. While doing these discussions, I really wanted to give the listener some support behind the item I am reviewing. A cargo truck would have been the last step in the process, the delivery or receiving of the item. There are very few items today in the wooden railway that resemble complete nostalgia and absolutely scream the words on a daily basis. I'm a rare and early TWR collector's item like that of the Crosby station cargo truck. I absolutely admire this product for what it is. Simply a non-character rolling stock cargo truck. I mean, it doesn't try to be more than what it's supposed to be. And as a collector of the Thomas Wooden Railway myself, I find that extremely mesmerizing. We simply wouldn't see this type of item being released today. Although I must say, being so out of the ordinary for its time could have attributed to its early retirement. I really believe that Learning Curve expected this and a few other products of the time to excel in sales. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and this item was quickly retired by 1997. More on that in a minute. Now, I want you all to understand that I'm not recommending this item to everyone out there. Me, personally, I think it's absolutely amazing. It has that early classic feel that you just don't see anymore with the wooden railway products nowadays. But most of the newer generation of kids these days simply don't relate to this kind of product. Now, I realize that I'm old school here being born in the 80s, but I guess I can see why kids don't relate. They simply want to live in that Thomas Wooden dream world along with Thomas and his characters. This item doesn't have a face or personality like many of the items do today, and in my personal opinion, it simply didn't fit in or relate to that generation of kids or today's generation. I mean, who wanted to play with a truck when you could be playing with Thomas and his friends? It was an experiment that failed, and Learning Curve quickly fixed that by retiring the item within a few years of the initial release. Let's move on to the review portion of this discussion. In 1992, Learning Curve released the original Crosby station cargo truck. In the TWR community, the diehards have debated this release date for quite a long time, and there really isn't any neutral ground here. It is possible that it was released in 1993, but I'm not here to start any wars. The initial first version release was maroon in color and had flat magnets, thin wheels, and a staple that attached the cargo bed to the chassis of the truck. The front headlights are made up of two small round metal pieces, and there was also a silhouette of the driver that added a sense of realism to the product, as seen in the early release of Bertie the Bus and Sir Topham Hatt's car as well. The first version of this vehicle didn't have the name Crosby Station on the side of the door and was simply left blank as seen from the version that I have in this video. In 1994, Learning Curve released a newer model that had the words Crosby Station Cargo on the door and also got rid of the staple that was on the back of the truck bed. This model also added the dated wheels as seen in today's models. It is interesting to note that this vehicle was advertised as new in the 1994 Learning Curve pamphlet. However, it has been proven that in late 1992 to early 1993, this item did exist. I found it really interesting that there is a magnet on the back of the truck. I guess it shouldn't be too much of a surprise since this was a common feature on many odd items of the time, such as seen on the early Birdie the Bus model. However, it just feels out of place to me, and this is one small gripe that I have on this model. I mean, I understand that kids probably didn't care about appearance and wanted to pull the trains with the truck or other vehicles that had magnets on them as well, but ideally, in a perfect world, this wouldn't be something you'd see a magnet on. It almost feels like we are turning it into a towing truck, which it is not intended to be. Another interesting thing is that the bed of the truck isn't really compatible with any Learning Curve cargo accessories. You would think they would have had some cargo that came with the truck, however, that's not true. Now, if you're looking to purchase this item today, you're going to be reaching pretty deep in your wallet. I'm only stating this as a fact, and I want to be real here. You're looking at a bottom line base of around $50 to $90 on eBay for this vehicle, with the lower end having considerable amount of shelfware, and probably in scratched up condition. There simply aren't many of these around anymore, and the item never sold well in stores, hence the high demand and prices today. Like I said earlier, this item simply isn't for everyone out there. However, if you are a fan of the wooden railway and like to collect or enjoy vintage models, I would highly recommend it. This has been a wooden railway review. If you enjoyed this review, please check out my channel for many more awesome TWR reviews and discussions. I appreciate all the supporters of my channel. Without your support and love, I would not be doing these videos. Thanks for all the comments and likes. If you are new to my videos, subscribe for more great material to come. Thanks for watching.